Let me know when it's on, bro.
Good.
All right. Hey, Shalom. Hey, we're the Brothers of Great Millstone, the branch of Montreal. Okay, we'll start off by giving all praise, honor, and glorification to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachai Kodash. A double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, those who rule well and teach well, and from whom we've learned this truth from. And shalom to the elect. All right, so hey, I'm the Brother Zakar.
Shabbat. Zabak.
All right, so we're coming back with another lesson. Well, it's usually these brothers doing lessons, but coming back with a lesson which is going to focus on which really is going to be various topics. Okay, but we have this article which goes into Canada is moving to a digital currency. Okay, so we're going to read this article. Of course, we'll go into precepts and just let the spirit flow. All right, so we got.
Okay. So it says here in the MTL blog, Canada could soon launch a digital dollar. Here's what that means. And again, a subtitle says, "Don't worry though, cash isn't going anywhere." And it's funny how they want to put that out there, So it says here, the way Canadians pay for things might look a lot different in the near future. The Bank of Canada has recently introduced the concept of a Canadian digital dollar, or central bank digital currency, which simply put would be a digital version of cash. While cash isn't going anywhere, and the digital dollar would would by no means replace the current method of payment.
Well, that's what they think, But through the Spirit of the Lord, we know that the elites are going to do away. They're going to do away with this system. They're going to do away with this monetary system. The cash system. They're moving into a digital system. That's what the prophecies say. Revelation 13, it says that no man shall buy or sell as he that had the mark. It's the mark. The mark is the the C hip. Okay, which is that digital device. Right. So
I'll read that again. While cash isn't going anywhere.
Right, because what they don't want to alarm the people. They don't want to alarm the people. And how this devil works is through gradualism. Yeah, because hey, if he said okay, if he told the truth, people would snap.
Yeah.
People would go into uproar. But he has to set this. He has to first create a problem, then wait for the reaction, and then bring the solution. So he always appears as the what? The good guy, the philanthropist.
Yeah. Feeding it by piecemeal.
That's right.
Taking his time, like the serpent that he is.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
And so it says here, and the digital dollar would by no means replace the current method of payment. The Bank of Canada is looking for a new and innovative system to keep up with the changing ways in which Canadians pay for everyday items. Keep going?
Yeah, read that again.
The Bank of Canada is looking for a new and innovative system to keep up with the changing ways in which Canadians pay for everyday items. Earlier this month, the Bank of Canada launched a public consultation on the features that could potentially be included in the Canadian dollar, in the digital Canadian dollar. As Canada's central bank, we want to make sure everyone can use and take part in our country's economy.
You see, there's the slithering, the snake. It said everyone.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You want to say something?
Again, like I said, everyone. The brother mentioned, they want everyone to be. The Arab temptation is going to go for the whole world.
That's right.
To try the whole world. So everyone, like the brother was saying, the devil wants everyone to be a partaker of the system. So again, it says, as Canada's central bank, we want to make sure everyone can always take part in our country's economy.
Right, because this is going to be a global system. You see, these elites are thinking globally. They want everybody to be subject to their system. Ultimately, to have the ultimate control on everybody, man. Okay, and Canada is part of the NATO, which is part of the beast system. Which consists of nations of the European Union, and of course nations of the NATO. Okay. Yeah.
So it says here that means being ready for whatever the future holds, says Senior Deputy Governor Carolyn Rogers in a press release.
You got something?
Yeah, I got Revelation.
Let's bring it up.
This is Revelation 13. I'm gonna start at verse 15. And it reads, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed."
Right. So if you don't worship this beast, if you don't adhere to their their customs or their ways, he's gonna kill you, man. Okay. X you out of society. That's why the scripture says that the hour of trouble is at hand. You shall be as pilgrims upon the earth. Roughly paraphrasing. That's 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Because well, matter of fact, go on.
Verse 16, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great."
Yeah, it says he calls it all, but just read. It said they want everyone to be part of this. This idea. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like you care. Go ahead, bro.
Only this time, right now, if you don't worship, you're gonna be killed. But right now, he's not applying it because once again, like your brother stated, he uses gradualism. Right now he wants to control the masses, right? What he called that crowd control. He's not gonna fully present his idea. Like, yo, this is what I want right now. I want everybody to be one, and if you don't get down, I'm gonna kill you. Right now it's not the time. It's not the time that Esau's gonna come fully having great wrath. When he comes having great wrath, he's not gonna be having no article. There's not gonna be any articles declaring what he's gonna do. You're gonna know that he's coming to having great wrath, man.
And again, that goes into that desensitization. Making the people accustomed to these things. That's why he comes gradually. So now the more and more people are with the system, with the idea, now he has less. Now, like the brother said, he doesn't look like the bad guy when he comes with force.
Right.
When he comes with wrath, to force his ways upon the world.
Right.
So, yeah.
And everything was planned from before. From time we planned it. Like how they presented the phone.
Yeah.
The phone was, huh?
Apple Pay.
Well, yeah. It moved on to Apple Pay, but before even Apple Pay, you had big phones, and then ultimately the size of the phone got smaller. And then now you can carry it anywhere you want. And then now you can pay. You can pay with the phone now. Also with the cards. Before you had to swipe. Now you got a chip in the card. Like the brother said, the watch. You got it.
That's so like that's all Esau basically making everybody move towards that. Well, he's gonna present that grain of rice. Everything he presents slowly but surely is towards the grain of rice.
That's right.
Now in the stores you have self-checkout. That's basically gonna take out the jobs for the particular people that wants to be cashiers. That's out the picture, man.
That's right.
You have self-checkout. You can pay with your phone, right? You pay with the Apple Pay, so on and so forth, man. That's getting the people ready for the MOTB, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's all gradual. They even have even if you want to open the door, now they you got that little, you just tap it. You see, he's slick, but to the hopefully elect, he's not. What does it say in 2 Corinthians? It says we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Because we see through the eyesight that the Lord has given his men, his servants. The brothers brought out great examples, man. Of how this devil works gradually. And even over there in China, they've been had this the Apple Pay,
Smell the pay.
Uber, the Uber. I'm like, when I got there, I'm like, yo, I've never seen this. It moves so fast. And people are so accustomed. They're it moves fast, but it's like people don't realize what's going on. You go in the train, everybody's on their phone. I'm telling you, I'm like the only one looking. Everybody's on their phone. You know, they're paying with the phone. That was like 2016. Yeah, they didn't have that those the swipe here like that, you know. But gradually, you know, they presented it, but they were already full fledged with this over there, you know, which proves that China is a testing ground. You know, that's where they test. You know, they have the 15-minute series over there already set up, man. You know.
So like just to add on real quick, even the end of Isa Edom's vision is a technocracy. So how we're moving everything, like the brother was saying, he's moving away from using human resources, and he's moving to the digital. Like the brother was saying, self-checkout. He doesn't need people anymore. Matter of fact, he wants you to become part of that. He wants the human to become the machine. You know, like that Terminator. You know, he wants the human to merge the human and the machine together. That's his vision. That's his kingdom. You know, that's his blessing that he wants to. That's the vision that Isa Edom has.
That's right.
Quick reset.
Yep, ran up.
This is 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. It says, "That Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
Right.
I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, "So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes."
That's right. Who's Satan? Satan is referring to the so-called white man. Okay. All right. He's Satan. He's the deceiver. Okay. He's the accuser, the adversary, the slanderer. Okay. So we're familiar with his devices, man. You know. Good.
Yeah, and furthermore, you know, we have the scriptures to forewarn us, you know, these things that's gonna happen. So when we see, you know, Esau putting moves that's moving towards, you know, ultimately fulfilling prophecy, hey, we know what's going on, man.
That's right.
You know, Revelation 20 speaks about how that he was gonna be loose for a little season and deceive the world.
That's right.
So everything he presents, we already know, even though he presents it as good, we know behind the scene, bro, really is something evil that he's working towards, man.
That's right. What does it say? It says the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. And the serpent is the same character.
Yeah.
He has the same spirit as Esau, you know, as the same slithering, slick individual, man, that tries to ultimately take you down from your excellency, man. You know, take the Israelites down from their excellency, man. You know, and matter of fact, since you're at Revelation 13,
God.
Get to drop to 11 for sure.
God. Back to Revelation 13. I'm gonna jump to verse 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon."
Yeah, he has 2 horns like a lamb, so he presents himself in a meek fashion, you know. You know, like just like this article, he presents himself, you know, like he's for your good, you know. But he speaks as a dragon, man. Okay, it's fire that comes out of his mouth, man. You know, lies, deception. You know, and that goes into, of course, you know, the draconian laws, man. Which that's what's gonna come to pass, man. After, you know, like right now he's still in that
lamb.
Right, he's still in that lamb, but he's about to turn into that draconian. He's about to move into draconian measures, man. You know, he's still presenting you like, oh yeah, you know, don't worry, it's gonna be all right. You know, but eventually, you know, he's gonna tighten the squeeze, man. Just like he did during the C-19, man.
Yeah.
The Ovid, you know. He said, he basically said, yeah, you know, not everybody's obliged to it. And then it came down to, listen, you want to travel, you got to take the juice. Okay, you want to go to work, you got to take the juice, man. You want to go to the, you know, some parts in France, you have to take the juice to go to the grocery store, man. You know. You know, so that was just a prelude, or like a glimpse to how this devil can get down, man. And then you had this guy Justin, you know, that's the king over here, you know, the prime minister. He just had a sit down. He basically, you know, he wiped his hands clean. He said, "I didn't force them to take. I didn't force nobody to take it. But there's videos that prove that you know he was going hard at those that didn't want to take it. We say a small
fringe minority.
small fringe minority. Why were the people
Convoy.
why were the people protesting at the convoy? You know that was a disturbance for the people here, especially Ottawa. It's a calm city, man. You know, but they brought the disturbance, man. Why? Because you forced the truckers to take the juice, man. You know? How much more when he squeezes, he puts down the squeeze, man. You know?
Yeah. Because Esau, he's presenting this as something good.
Yeah.
Hey, digital. That means you know how when you use cash, you're spreading germs.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Right.
It's better to go digital.
Yeah.
But if really you go, you look into the ideas, how he really wants to set it up, man. It's oppression. It's really oppression, man. If you look really deep into it, man, it's not for your benefit. Because at the end of the day, he could cancel your account anytime he pleases.
Yeah.
You don't oblige this law. Hey, no funds for you.
Yeah.
That's what it really is going to be like if Esau, gets to really establish his full, idea, man. But we know, once he fill his belly, hey, the Most High is gonna come, man.
You know how they say a totalitarian, forget the other word, but it's totalitarian, meaning all the power is gonna be to the government, even so that, like the brother said, you don't want to comply, they'll cut you off. You won't be able to use your chip. And I think, like the brother mentioned, China, if you don't comply to the rules, they'll cut you off. You might not be able to catch the bus and catch the train to go to work.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, because it's already, their system's already based on technology.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have an iPhone there, you're on a low level.
So like I kind of thinks of the Black Mirror episode with the rating thing when you would rate somebody.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what happened in that episode, man? She basically went down. Her points were all the way down, and she couldn't access particular things.
Yeah.
She couldn't even go in and reach the wedding because her rating was too low. Because she wasn't doing what society you had to do. Be all kind and stuff like that. You couldn't swear.
Yeah.
She went down in the ratings.
That's it.
And then what? Certain privilege got cut off.
Yeah.
That's what Esau wants to bring, man.
Yeah, she had to walk to go to the wedding.
She ended up in jail.
Yeah, she ended up in jail. Yeah. I have the definition of totalitarianism. It says a system of government that is centralized and dictatorial and requires complete subservience to the state. Subservience to the state. Let's get the word subservient.
Just as the Most High is expecting us to be completely under him, that's how Esau Edom, as it says in 2 Thessalonians, he places himself as the Most High.
Right.
He also wants everyone to bow down to him and look to him as he is the Most High.
That's it.
I got the word?
Yeah.
This is the word subservient in the etymology online. It says useful, serviceable. It says from Latin, subversiatum. It says present, it says assist, serve, come to the help of, lend support. It says under, plus severe.
So basically a slave.
Yep. Salaki, but I must be allowed to read this. It says the meaning, slavish obedience.
There you go. That's it.
Slavish
That's it. That's it. That's it. I hit it right on the nail, man. Slavish obedience, man.
So basically, when you take that MOTB, you're basically selling yourself onto slavery.
That's right.
And again, he's gonna come and push it forth as being the good thing, but that's the end of it. That's the end. That you're gonna be completely subservient unto the government. You eat what they tell you to eat.
Yeah.
You go where they tell you to go.
Yeah.
You won't be. Your whole life is gonna be controlled, man. You're gonna be like a pawn, literally. But that's what the 2/3 of Israel are fighting for. These heathens. That's what they're fighting for, man. Being fooled, being blinded by the devil. You know.
That's right. Let's keep reading Revelation 13. Let's finish that.
So like just before, there's one last paragraph in that article in the MTL blog. It says the digital dollar will have the same dollar value as a physical banknote and be accessible to anyone and everyone. The Bank of Canada said the digital Canadian dollar will be used for everyday things, including groceries, gas, and other daily necessities. The digital dollar would eliminate having to carry multiple banknotes and or coins and could be used for both in-person or online purchases.
Well, didn't we just read earlier that they're not trying to do away with the cash?
Yeah.
So that's we call that's double talk, man.
Come on.
Double speak.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, that's serpent, man. You know.
Yeah.
So, but it says clearly that they're trying to do away with the cash, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the phase where this world, this society is moving to, man. Okay.
Yeah, the C19 was a good forerunner for that, man.
Yeah.
You know, to try to eliminate cash.
Yeah.
You know, or certain stores was going cashless. You know, because fear of transmitting, you know, the plague to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, and you see it here. Hey, he wants to do away with the cash. You know, and bring the digital because it's more easier. You know, you could do online and in person.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. To buy a Metro pass or buy fares, Metro fares, they're not taking cash no more. You gotta pay debit.
Wow.
You know.
That's crazy because he tells you that it's the same value. So already there he tells you it's the same thing.
Right.
Then but the thing is, with the digital, it's better. You know, so he's pushing it like it has more benefits. So to get the people more accustomed to using less and less and less of the cash, so they can focus on that digital currency.
Yeah.
So the people willingly will will stop using the cash.
Yeah, they already are, man. Most people don't even carry cash, man. Most of them, they just tap their card, MasterCard, Black Card, whatever card that they have, man. They don't even carry cash, man. You know, it's a miracle if you see somebody have cash, man. But we need to go back to the...
Yeah.
Back to Revelation 13 and verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yep. So what's that mark? That's that digital device. Okay, that electronic device. Okay, that's what he's gonna force upon people. Okay, so he causes all. Okay, no matter your status. Okay, you're gonna have to take this device, man, in your hand or in your forehead. Okay, and what have we seen? There's an article, Black Rock. You can find Black Rock. They came up with their form of electronic device. We obviously know about Neuralink, okay, Elon Musk, but you know, there's other companies that are also working towards that same plan. You know, it's not just one. There's not just one. You know, Neuralink. No, there's multiple. You know.
So yeah, they had that race for the solution for the serpent juice. Are they gonna do the same thing with the race with the
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
We got this one booster and this one is ready. Oh, this one is ready.
Yeah.
You know, oh, version upgraded of the first one.
Right.
You know, but now you know.
Right. They have Pfizer, Moderna. There was that one. It had a long name,
Yeah.
but then that one, you know, a lot of people, that one wasn't the one. A lot of people, you know, got off, you know, taking that one, and then they changed the name. You see?
Well, Esau is gonna present it like that, man.
Right.
You know, everybody's each different company is trying to fight, you know, to make the best one. You know, no, this one has this feature. You can actually do this with this. You know, with this one, you could, you know, see, you know, holograms, whatever. You're gonna present it different ways to try to manipulate the people, you know, to take it, man. That's how Esau does, man. Esau is basically, he's a salesman. He sells things to the people, man.
Sells death.
You know, without telling you the consequences of you taking that, man. You know, because it's just only recently that Neuralink, they started doing human trials with that, with the thing, man. You know, for them to basically approve something, they have to go through years of tests, right, to see if there's any how you say that
Consequences.
consequences,
Yeah. Side
you know,
effects.
side effects. You know, you have to go through certain processes. You know, but hey, these people, they did that with the Jews. Just came 6 months after they took it. You know, without following the proper guidelines.
Mm.
And then here it is now. People are jumping. You know, people that was very healthy, athletes that was very healthy. Now they're deleted or they're in the spirit world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly.
Yeah, suddenly.
Yeah,
We don't know. It just happened. You know?
that's right.
Yeah.
You know, that's right. You know, suddenly people, they just died, man. You know, we were just dying, man. You know, you never seen this. We were just dropping in front of, in the TV, live TV.
Live.
You know,
Because they show the stats of how many cardiac arrests, like in the past, like let's say I don't remember the exact number, but let's say in the last 50 years compared to the last 2 years, it's skyrocketed. You know,
What's the reason?
what's
behind it?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
You know, between those last 50 years and the past 2 years, for things for deaths that just happen occur so drastically. You know, is because we all know the okie doke. They went to dance with the devil and they ended up falling.
that's right.
Precept.
Yep.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Who will pity a charmer?
So like
That is bit.
So I can start at 10.
Verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Mm.
Like as iron rusts, so is his wickedness.
All right. So what does it say? It says, the brother read it in the NLT. We're familiar with Satan's devices, his enterprise. So it says, never trust thine enemy. So you're supposed to learn from experience, man.
Yeah.
You can't just keep falling for the same tricks, man. You falling for the same okie dokie. Guy using the same moves,
Come on.
in and out crossover. Every time, No, you should know, okay? You should know, what you need to do, man. Okay, and ultimately that's hearkening unto the scriptures, man. They tell you that's a commandment, man. Okay? Never trust thine enemy, man. And the enemies are listed. Read Psalms, the 83rd chapter, man. The Lord is giving you a warning, and that's what a friend does, The Lord said, what? I call you not servants, I call you friends. Okay, whatsoever the Father has shown me, I'm showing you, man. So Esau, Edom, Ishmael, Moab, okay? All these other nations, Ham, those are your enemies, man. Speaking to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You're Israelites. Okay? It says, never trust thine enemy, man.
And the funny thing is that Jake doesn't want to accept that they have enemies. But these other nations, they hate you, man.
Right.
They know that they know that you're not with them.
Yeah, they fucking hate you, man.
They hate you, man.
Yeah.
But when it comes to you being hating them, that's a problem now.
Yeah.
Us telling you that the kingdom is only for us, now it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's a problem. Now we have to share the goal. Now God loves everybody. But yeah, just a couple years. It wasn't too long, huh? Slavery, but when the lynching, that wasn't too long ago, man.
Yeah.
The segregation, it wasn't too long ago. They try to act like it was 500 years ago. No, man.
It's selective. And again, for the Lord, it was just yesterday.
That's it.
The Lord didn't forget, man.
That's
It was just yesterday,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
So he's out there angry with the wicked every day, man.
Right.
He's just waiting to exalt judgment on these other nations.
That's right. That's right, bro. That's right.
It says,
Read that again, bro.
never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Again, the enemy started with Esau, Edom, the same guy that put you in the worst captivity ever.
That's right.
The same guy that gave to God those that monkeypox, I believe.
Smallpox.
Those smallpox.
Monkeypox, that's a new. Yeah.
Chickenpox.
Yeah,
Was it
smallpox.
chickenpox? Smallpox.
Yeah.
But whatever pox he gave them, with the blanket, that waiting for the men to go to war, killing the women and the children.
Yeah.
Taking their land, giving them drink.
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
The list goes on, man. Because God actually welcomed them with open arms.
Come on.
Because you know, these devils, they traveled a long, it was a long, travel, man. At seas, you know, a lot of them be sick, not being well fed, not having the proper nutrients. When they came to here in America, God fed them and healed them, man. You know, and then you just turn around and just, what do you do? He just started slaughtering them, man. And to the point where they went from millions to a few thousand.
Wow.
And they're like, yo, you know, there's not enough slaves now. So now what do you have to do? You have to go get Judah, man.
Wow.
You know, you have to get Judah in West Africa, man. You know, for the most part, you know. That's why the brother read it, man. Never trust thine enemy. You gotta study this man, man. You know, the way he comes at you. And you know, go ahead. So
And it says, verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching.
that's it. That's one of his tactics.
Yeah.
He's gonna do that, man. The Lord's telling you that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna humble himself, like this article, man. You know,
Don't worry. It's
Yeah.
not to take away the cash.
right?
Don't worry.
Said, though he humble himself and go crouching,
Yet take heed
hmm,
and beware of him.
yeah, beware of him. Okay, know that he has something in the back of his mind. He's plotting something, man. You know, like the serpent told Eve, surely you shall not die. You shall surely not die. You know, but he knew that he knew who to target, the weaker vessel, because his eyes were fixed on Adam.
Yeah.
You know, he wanted to cast him down from his excellency, and that's what it says in the book of Ezekiel. You know, it says, because what it says, he was higher than all the trees. You know, speaking of Adam, he was higher than all the trees. That means he was on a level. So this devil, he was eyeing him, man. You know, but he came crouching, you know, subtly to Eve. You know, to ultimately target Adam. You know, so we got to take these words, you know, seriously, man. So you gotta
If I can add to that word, beware is attached to a vicious animal. You know, when they have beware in the back of the back.
Dog.
Yeah.
Dog's gonna
Yeah.
bark at you, bro.
Right. Yeah.
But it says, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
So as it says also in Obadiah, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? So even his characteristics, even the way he is, even the fact that the Lord tells you the 6 things that he hates, and that's the embodiment of Esau Edom, man. You know? So again, we have to beware, okay? Because if you get too close to him, you're gonna, you know, he's gonna kill you. You know, it's nothing for him to shed blood, man. At the end of the day, that's what's in the back of his mind. Regardless, man, it's to kill.
Quick jump in. This is Proverbs 26 and verse 25. It says, when he speaketh fair, believe him not.
That's right.
For there are 7 abominations at his heart.
Right, a complete number of abominations, man. Okay, so this is a matter of life and death, because his goal is to kill you. He wants to X you out. Esau's goal is to kill you. You know, that's his goal, his objective. You know, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. You know, that's a goal, man. Until this day, he's been you know, finding ways to complete that goal, man. You know, from giving you syphilis, and he didn't just only do that to the Judites, you know, to the so-called Black Americans. He tried it in, I believe it was Guatemala. So he tried it amongst the one of the northern tribes, you know, the syphilis. This Tuskegee experience, you know, testing the syphilis, man. You know, but let's go back to that.
God says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Right. So you're gonna see that this devil can't be cleansed. Okay, he can't be rehabilitated.
Yeah.
You know?
Rehabilitated.
So like, you know, but and that's what the scriptures tell you. It
Yeah.
says, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? No, not one. Can the Ethiopian, that's right, change the skin, or the leopard his spots? Neither can you do good that are accustomed to do evil. Who can bring a there's another one,
Make straight.
that which is crooked. There you go.
Real quick, Isaiah 26:10. Let favor be showed to
That's
the
it.
wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, he will deal unjustly, and he will not behold the majesty of the Lord.
That's right.
And so it doesn't matter how good you are to the wicked, as it says, he is the borderline of wickedness.
Mhm.
He cannot go to sleep unless he cause one to
Supposed
fall.
That's right.
That's his programming. That's what he was made
That's
to
it.
do.
That's it.
Okay, that's all he knows.
That's it.
That's what gets him going. You know,
That's it.
he wants to make you
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
Okay, like the brother said, the days of mourning for my father are over. Let me put Jacob to death.
That's right.
You know, and that's again till this day. That's the same guy. That's the same spirit that is around on Esau and on his people.
Jeremiah 13 and verse 23, it says, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
That's right. You got it.
Yeah, it's basically telling you, hey, you can't, like the brother said, you can't rehabilitate the Edomite, man. You know, you can't, teach him, the proper ways of, doing what's pleasing unto the Lord.
Yeah.
Because he already knows. He has the Bible. He reads the scriptures. He knows what's pleasing unto the Lord. But what? He's programming, his DNA, right? He wasn't built to do righteousness.
That's right.
So of course he's gonna, bring forth wicked decrees, sign, wicked laws into how you say this, into fruition,
Yeah.
He's gonna bring it to the masses because hey, that's what he's made to do, man. He's not called the wicked for no reason, the son of perdition for no reason. That's his character. That's his personality.
You said brought up a good point. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Let's read.
Come back. Ecclesiastes 12:12. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
That's right. Because that's what he wants to do. Take your seat. Take your position. The Lord's giving you a warning. The brothers, it's clear, bro. He's in opposition unto you, as it says. Is it Proverbs 29 and 27? The wicked is abomination to the just, and the just. You got it?
Okay. This is Proverbs 29 and verse 27.
Unjust man.
It says, an unjust man is an abomination to the just.
Yeah, an unjust man. Okay, one that doesn't deal fairly. Which is that's Esau, man. The brother said that's how he deals. Kills the woman and the children, man. Good.
It says, an unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination unto the wicked.
Right. He has no pity upon the widow. It says that he shall have no mercy upon the old age, neither the young. That's Esau, man. Okay, so an unjust man is abomination to the wicked, to the righteous, and the just man is abomination to the unjust man. So there's a clear opposition going on, man. It tells you that in the book of Sirach, how the Lord created two and two. One against the other, good against evil, life against death.
Sirach 33 and 14.
Okay.
Good is set against evil,
That's it.
and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
That's it. That's the balance, man, that the Lord created. Right?
Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 11. It's like and 11. Let her strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, the opposition.
That's it.
He is clean contrary to our doing. He upbraided us with our offending the law. He objected to our infamy, the transgressing of our education.
That's right. Because the righteous, they condemn the works of the wicked, because it doesn't sit right with the spirit of the righteous. You gotta expose this man. You gotta unveil, and you do that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But then their role is to go against you. And that's ultimately what they're doing when they present this MOTB, man. Knowing, and that's the furthering the point you made. They know the truth, because as the Apostle Gabar often says, in order to tell a lie, you need to know the truth. The serpent, he knew the truth. He knew Adam was on a level. That's why he was able to tell a lie, man, to lie to her. No, you're not,
That's what scriptures say, thou art wiser than Daniel.
That's it.
There's nothing that could be hid from you.
That's it.
Esau has all the resources. He found, he has scriptures that we're not even exposed to, man. The Vatican.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? There's all type of script, all type of history in there, man. He has all that, man.
Yeah.
How do you think he's able to use all that sorcery and basically dumb the masses, man?
Yeah.
Because he goes, he digs the graves, the stones, the different pharaohs or whatever, finds treasures, finds different letters, he does these things, man. He's wise, so he knows these things, man.
Yeah.
Esau's not dumb. Hey, how should I said the children of how you said of this one are wiser than the children of light.
In this generation.
Man. So he has his he's fulfilling he's in his blessing, man. Of course he's gonna know these things, man.
That's right.
But once again, hey, he's not accustomed to the righteousness, so he's not gonna do it.
Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? He's showing the subtlety of the serpent. And he knew that you weren't, he knew what the Most High told Adam and Eve, not to eat from a specific tree.
Yeah.
You see, but his job was to make her doubt, make her doubt.
That's right. Tempt her. The Lord told him, but don't hang out with these people, man. Because well, the scriptures tell you, a little leaven at the whole lump. That wickedness, man, is contagious. So let's go back to
Ecclesiastes, it says, I'm read it again. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he take thy seat.
Yeah, don't trust him, man. Okay, don't put no faith in him. Right?
And thou at the last remember my words,
Yeah.
and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or such as come nigh wild beasts?
So at the last you shall remember my words. Then you're gonna realize, man, I was warned, man. And then there's another precept in Proverbs. This is how I have hated instruction. Because the Lord, through his providence, through the power that he has, and the love that he has for his people, he tells you before things happen, The Lord loves his people, man. He even told Ezra, you don't love my people like I love them. The Lord's he's sending the prophets. That's the ultimate form of love. That's the ultimate form of warning. Tell you that, man, watch. You have that Proverbs?
This is Proverbs 5 and verse 12. It says, and say, how have
Catch the verse though.
gone. This is Proverbs 5 and verse 11. It says, and thou mourn at the last.
Yeah.
The Proverbs 5, I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, verse 8, it says, remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh the doors of her house, lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel, lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger, and thou mourn.
Well, set him not by thee. What he say? He says he's gonna take your spot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So set him not by thee. And it says, least when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in that place.
Yeah. And Esau, brother, went into the different sorceries he used. That's those seducing spirits, man. Christianity, that love everybody's spirit.
Yeah.
You know, that's a seducing spirit. That's basically telling you, trust me. And he's giving you that image of Jesus.
Wow.
It's deadly, man.
Wow. And again, it says, the world was given unto the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. That's him taking your place and putting himself as the good guy.
Yeah.
You know, just like you let him close, you let him get up. But again, because we disobeyed, because we did not hearken unto the law, statutes, and commandments, now it gave the opportunity for Esau to climb up the ranks, but through the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know?
And a great example of you not setting him by what is the Native Americans. You know, they set Esau by them. What happened? Esau took them and he took their place. And now here it is in your own land, right? He's giving you a reserve. You know, here you got the corner over there. And while here he's taking the whole country for himself, man. You know, hey, that's him coming and taking your place, man. You know, there's histories, there's receipts of how you're not supposed to trust this guy, man. You know, we're telling Jake, you don't trust this guy, you know, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be to your ruin, man. But Jake doesn't want to listen. You know, they still want to, you know, be foot in the world and try to, you know, gain some status, gain some, you know, riches that's gonna fly away. You know.
Ultimately, because it says what there are rebellious people that say unto the prophets, prophesy not. This prophesy unto us lies. Prophesy smooth things. Prophesy deceit. You know, they love lies, and they delight not in the truth. So when we tell them that the man that they see as the Most High, you know, that the man that they see as Jesus, you know, we're telling him that he's the wicked, he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. They can't digest that. You know, it's too much for them to handle because all their life they've been conditioned to believe that the so-called white man is the good guy.
Yeah, that's part of his sorcery.
Yeah,
that's part of his sorcery that he fed, man. You know, from a youth. You know, let's go on. Okay.
Proverbs 7:11. It says, "And thou mourn at the last when thy flesh and thy body are consumed."
Yeah. When Isaiah 16 comes to pass. Not Isaiah, it's like Revelation 16 comes to pass, you know? It talks about a grievous sword, you know? And you're going to realize, man, you know? You have an ulcer on your forehead. Yeah.
I should have listened.
Yeah, I should.
The thing is bumping.
Your conscience tell you, no, you fucked up.
Yeah. Good.
Verse 12.
Yeah, we're gonna be the ones telling them that.
Especially family members, if they're gonna take that, man. You know, you don't even have to say it, but you just give them that look, yo. You know you fucked up. You know, shame covering them.
You wanted to buy and sell, huh?
I told you. Verse 12 it says, "And say, how have I hated instruction, and mine heart despised reproof." It says, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined mine ear to them that instruct me.
That's right. The Lord said, "Thine eyes shall see thy teachers," man. Okay, the teachers are here. There's really no excuse, man. Okay, people, this is not a joke, man. This is serious. Like we said, this is life or death. This is a life or death matter, man. Either you're gonna be saved, you know, by hearkening to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, or you're gonna rebel and get put to death, man.
Just like I'm pretty sure it was Moses as said before the life and death. You know, we're doing the same thing, man. We're saying, yo, this is life, following Yahweh Shai, doing what the Lord wants, or hey, this is death, you following the ways of Esau. You know, that's what we're basically putting in front of you, and we know what's the end of both of those sides, man. And we chose the right side, which is Yahushua. Because at the end of the day, you know, those that consent unto the devil, hey, they're gonna be had in derision. You know, that's basically them, you know, once they take that thing, you know, having regret, like we just read in Proverbs, how I've hated instruction. That's regret, man. You know, regret is one of the worst feelings, man. You know, because you're there pondering upon for hours, man. You know, your mind is just basically, yo, why did I do that decision? Yo, I fucked up. You know, your heart's pounding, you know. And then especially if the people that told you not to do it, they're there looking at you, man. You start sweating and you're just ashamed, man. You don't even want to be looked at, man. You know, that's gonna be the state of these people, man. Just shame covering them, man.
Real quick, 2 Ezra 7:20. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before him. For the Most High had given straight commandments to them, to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways. By his law have they despised and denied his covenants, and in his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works.
That's right.
And therefore Ezra's, for the empty are
For
empty things,
That's right.
and for the full
Are
are
full
full
things. That's right. You know? Ultimately, the full are going to receive what? The tree of immortality. And those that rebel, you're not going to receive nothing, man. Okay? You know? You're going to be empty. You know? Your lamp are going to be, you know, they're not going to be filled with oil, man. Okay? Contrary to the those that watch, man, their lamps are going to be filled with oil. You know? So like, bro, this is Baruch 4:1 said, this is the book of the commandments of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
So like you have to keep the commandments.
Yeah, that's what it says, man. Yeah, all the commandments, man. You know.
So they're not done away with.
What we're reading, when we read Revelation 15, which we're gonna go back to that. Revelation 13, so like in 15, 16, 17. That's a commandment, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Not taking the MOTB, that's a commandment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also a commandment. If you don't follow, there's no forgiveness for that, man.
Yeah.
There's no you take the sihit and then yo I repent, yo salak here, Lord, please, you know you said cut off my member if it's defiled or whatever.
No,
you know I'm gonna cut it off. You know, you pull some John Wick shit. You know, take the knife, take the nah, man. You know, it's strict instructions. Yo, don't take it. If you take it, Revelation 14:9, Revelation 16:2. That's what's gonna happen, and ultimately missiles for your ass, man. You know, but pretty much every time, man, we always bring up the subject of the MOTB, man. So you can't say you didn't hear. Oh, I didn't know. You know, Esau did it by force. You know, bro, it's not gonna be set up like that, man. You know, you're gonna be faced with a decision, either death or you take the chip. And most likely, if you're a man of the Lord, you're gonna take death, man. And those that take the chip, that means you want a man of the Lord to begin with, man. You know?
Yeah.
And you can't repent. Once you take it, it's a done thing, bro. Yo, it's sealed, bro. The Lord is gonna see you as an Edomite, man. That's why it says in Isaiah, all of them that's joined unto him that shall be thrust through. You know? Who's gonna pity one that is defiled with that toucheth the pitch that is defiled therewith, man? You know, so the Lord is not gonna consider you as one of his at that particular point in time, man.
It's like it. Why would they do it? Because they lack faith. It all goes down to lack of faith, because without faith it is impossible to please the Lord. So they're taking that MOTB to save their life, not knowing that the Lord is able to bring them back, not knowing that the Lord can protect them.
It tells you, he who tries to save his life shall lose it. You know, so ultimately, your life is not even in your hands, man. The Lord has your life, man. So you're supposed to trust him. You know, you shouldn't fear what Esau could do, man. You know, at the end of the day, the Lord is controlling Esau, man. It's the Lord's sword. Psalm 17 tells you that, man. You know, so if you do the proper thing, man, the Lord is gonna keep you from dealing with these things that Esau's brother bring, man.
And again, it says even the elect did not care for their lives. In Revelation,
Yeah, let's get those precepts, man. Let's get those precepts. This is real quick, this is Luke chapter 17 and 33. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
Yeah, point blank period. That's how it is, man. And there's examples in the scriptures, different men that try to save their life and they lost it, man. You know, once again, your life is in the hands of the Lord, man. That's who you gotta trust. It says, you're bought with a price, man.
That's right.
You know, we don't own our own lives, man. What Esau, pushing for that vibration, your life, live YOLO, you make your own decisions. Yo, it tells you man's goings of the Lord, man. The Lord runs this shit, man. You don't run shit. So don't try to take matters into your own hands, man. Thinking you're doing something good, man.
Fucking had two. King Solomon came to one conclusion. What's the purpose of life?
That's right.
He tried out everything, but then he came to the conclusion that the whole point of you being on the earth is just to fear Yahweh Shem Hashem and keep us content.
So everything is vanity, man.
Everything else.
Because we're still subject to the flesh, man. We're still subject to the scriptures very clearly. We're made subject to vanity, and who can remove that vanity? The same one that subjected the same unto hope, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and that's really, being servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's a battle that we're trying to win, bro. That battle over sin, that's something that you want to you want to win, you want to shed this flesh, not be subject to this to the sin. But who can give you that? Who can grant you that? Okay, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. Esau can't win that battle for you, man. First of all, just listening to him is a sin. How much more you sit down, you sit down, you rolling up your sleeve and you let him put this thing in you, man. While he's making you promises, whatever this article was going into, man. He's promising you, a false it's fiction, man. This whole world,
It's fiction.
yeah, it's a fictitious world, man. The girls are fictitious. The food is fake.
Everything's fake.
Everything, man. The school system is fake. So you want to go on with this, man? No, like the brother said, man. Okay. Trusting Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay. He's the one that's gonna give us what we desire, man, which is immortality, man, in righteousness. Okay. It's like let's bring our precept, bro.
2 Corinthians 2 and 14.
Uh-huh.
Now thanks be unto the Most High, which always causeth us to triumph in Hamashiach, and make it manifest the Savior of his knowledge by us in every place.
Yeah.
For we are unto the Most High a sweet savor of Hamashiach in them that are saved and in them that perish.
While making ourselves a living sacrifice, we're sweet savor unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Preaching this word, that's pleasant unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Good?
To the one we are the savior of death unto death, and unto the other the savior of life unto life, and who is sufficient of these things. For we are not as many which corrupt the word of the Most High, but as of sincerity, but as of the Most High in the sight of the Most High, speak we in Hamashiach.
That's right. You got something?
Again, you said about the sweet savor. You said the sacrifice. This is Romans 12 and verse 1. It It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, that ye present your bodies that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
That's right. So preaching is a reasonable service, you know. That's what the Lord requires, man. That's the sacrifice that the Lord requires, man. You know. Rejecting this world, you know, not being a friend of this world, because taking this device, that's making alliances. That's declaring that you choose Esau, man. Okay, you choose the enemy of the Lord, man. So you sit down with an enemy, you're an enemy, man. When you sit down with an op, you're an op, man. You know? Can two walk together? You got it, bro. Let's bring it out. Can two walk together? Let's they be agreed. And it says, what has that's right. Hey, you know.
Okay, this is the Amos 3:3. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed? You know, you can't basically tell. It's a rhetorical question. You know, you can't walk with another person when he's thinking about going. Let's say you're in a crossroad, right? You know, either you go left or you go right. But here it is, this guy wants to go left and you want to go right. That means you guys can't walk together, man. You know? You have to be in the same mindset to be able to walk with a particular person.
That's right,
man.
that's right.
You know? And that's the truth. Hey, we're in one mindset. That's why, we're all in unison, man. You know? So if you were sitting down with Esau, that means that you're in agreement with his agenda, man. You know, all these Jake that sold out, they're in agreement with his agenda. Right?
Those mine enemies, man, that would not that I reign over them, bring him hither and slay them before me, man. Okay? Okay. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath unrighteousness? For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? You know what union? Okay? No, they're separate. Okay? Verse 15. And what
So just wanted to add, when he said what communion hath light with darkness, there's no communion, because at the end of the day, one is going to overtake the other. So let's say you're here, you're fellowshipping with let's say a drug banger, deal this, that, the third. Eventually, you're gonna get seduced by his, what he's doing, man. Right. It's either one or the other. One gets, gravitates towards, this guy, or one gravitates towards there.
That's it.
Like when there's darkness in the room, you light up the room. The light overtakes, man. There's no more darkness. What's that? Show me your friends, and I'll tell you who you are.
So they say in the world, yeah.
So if you hang out with Edomites, you're gonna pick up Edomite traits. You're gonna start walking pompous, talking shit to people, not considering, their feelings, so on and so forth. You're gonna behave like an Edomite. That's why, in the world, you see a Jake that's, walking like, this guy's whitewashed. Because what? Most likely all his friends are Edomites.
If I can add to it, that's the same concept with fruits. I've seen studies where if you put a rotten fruit with fresh fruit, that rot is gonna, spill toward the other good fruits.
Yeah, a little leaven. Yeah, it's wickedness is contagious, man.
Yeah, that's why the law is strict about wickedness.
That's right.
Whenever there's wickedness, you cut it out right then and there, man.
That's right.
And you make sure, it's in the people see it as an example.
That's right.
Like the adultery, different, you gotta stone them, in front of the people,
Right.
Your daughter, burn them in front of the people as an example, so your wickedness doesn't flourish, man.
That's right.
To back up this point, 2 Ezra 4:30, for the grain of evil seed had been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness had it brought up unto this time, and how much shall it yet bring forth until the time of the threshing come? Ponder now thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed had brought forth.
It has brought a lot of wickedness, man. Because I have this piece of tobacco you up, this right here. This is 2 Ezra 5:2. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. Hey, we're at the pinnacle of wickedness here, man.
Why?
Hey, because the men of sin is
That's
ruling.
right.
Because Esau's ruling, man.
That's right.
You know, it tells you in 2 Ezra 15 that what wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man,
Yeah. And their hurtful words.
are fulfilled.
That's right.
You know, hey, there's not going to be another kingdom that's going to exceed the wickedness that we're currently experiencing, man.
Right. What the Lord said, He said He reserved the wicked for the day of judgment. Man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his when the is it Proverbs 29? I believe it's around 16. It says when the wicked are in power, wickedness multiplies. When when the wicked are in power, transgression.
This is Proverbs 29:16 says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increases.
That's right. Transgression is increasing, man.
Mhm.
You know, because the wicked, okay, the embodiment of wickedness, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man is in power, man. Okay,
Mhm.
Right.
It says, but the righteous shall see their fall.
that's it. So, hey, what? Well, 2 Ezra 6 and 9.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
it says that what Esau. That's what we can bring. Yeah.
This is 2 Ezra 6 and verse. Let's start verse 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that follow?
Right. So the times, okay, the end of the time. Who's going to be rulership? Who's going to be the next to rule after? Okay. Good.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right. So it goes back to those two entities, man. Okay. Those two forces, the vessel of honor and the vessel of dishonor. Okay. The vessels that are fitted for destruction, for wrath, and those that are fitted for life, man. Okay. Which are the Israelites, right?
It's like when it comes to time, also, that's why you know that Esau Edom isn't done away with, because Yahusha has to come back. It says, who is he that cometh from Basra? So the Edomites are going to be ruling in the last times.
Right.
Just as the brother said, he said, did you read that? He says again?
No, he's about to read.
Oh,
it.
it's like,
Verse 9 says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
That's right. Yeah.
so Yahusha has to come and take Esau Edom out of rulership.
That's right.
So that's a part of the prophecy. So again, that's why Esau, Edom, and Jacob are important characters in this story. You know?
So going back to Proverbs 29 and 16. Okay. When the wicked are in power, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see their fall. So Jacob is gonna take hold. Well, he's taking. We'll say he took hold of the heel of Esau. That was a representative of, I'm gonna take you down, man. Okay, I'm gonna take you down, man. Okay, I'm not gonna let you, reign. So the righteous, which are the Israelites, starting with the elect, are gonna see the fall. And we're witnessing their fall, man. Okay.
It's heavy because Esau came out first, and he got his, to fulfill his blessing first. And here it is, we're gonna take him out that blessing, just like when Jacob held, the heel of Esau, man.
That's right.
Take him out, man.
That's right.
Ultimately, that's gonna be Yahweh Shai doing that, man.
That's right. Let's go back to. Oh no, actually, I was reading. So back to 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness? The Lord clearly created separation. It tells you that in the beginning, the book of Genesis. He separated the light from the darkness. Verse 15. And what concord has Yahweh Shah Mashiach with Belial? Okay. But what part hath he? What part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement had the temple of the Most High with idols? Who's the temple of the Most High? Okay, the elect. Okay, what do you have to do with idols? Okay, for ye are the temple of the living power, as the Most High said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. So we have nothing to do with taking the Revelation 13 and 15 on down, man. So let's go back to that. Matter of fact, we're reading 16.
So real quick.
Okay.
Psalms 26 and 2. Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart. For thy loving kindness is before my eyes, and I have walked in thy truth. I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers.
which are hypocrites, man. And that's Esau, man. Go ahead.
I have hated the congregation of evildoers, and will not sit with the wicked. Verse 9, gather not my soul with the sinners, nor my life with bloody men, in whose hands is mischief, and their right hand is full of bribes. But as for me, I will walk in mine integrity, redeem me, and be merciful unto me.
That's right.
Again, the difference between both. Again, David hated the congregation of the wicked,
That's right.
the same way that the congregation of the wicked hated David.
And it says here, this is Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way and the foul mouth do I hate. Okay? So there's a clear opposition, man. Right?
Back to Revelation 13 and verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Is it real audible?
This is Revelation 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right. So it says, no man shall buy or sell. You know, and in this society, we're in a consumer-based society, man. Okay, you're not gonna function without buying things, man. And people are, this is like a lust, you know. You can't go too long without buying, man. You know, that's why they set for Amazon. Those are all tricks, man. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Those deliveries, man. Those deliveries are serious, man. You know. You know. So this is no man shall buy or sell save he that had the mark, man. Okay, what's the mark? Once again, that electronic device, man, or the name of the beast or the number of his name, man. Okay, so you gotta be, if you're not in you're making an alliance with him, okay, you're not gonna be able to function in his society, man. Okay, and that's the course he's taking, you know. When he presents you these different articles, okay, he's letting you know, okay, that's what we're moving into, okay, a digital system. Okay.
Jump in.
Yep.
1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
That's right.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah, that's right.
So then how much more is the love of the Father not in the individual when the time comes that he takes, when he has to face a decision and he takes the MOTB? Because again, the MOTB is of the world. You know, like the brother said, it's just to buy and sell. You're gonna say you're gonna take it to further on your lust, as it says here, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, that is not of the Father but of the world. The world passeth away and the lust thereof.
That's right. The world's gonna pass away, man.
Mhm.
This what we read it, 2 Ezra 6 and 9. This is not an eternal kingdom. Okay, this is a temporary kingdom. Okay, tells you that the Lord changed the times and the seasons. You know, he setteth up kings, he removeth kings. Okay, the Lord is the authority. Okay, it says that says doesn't come from the east or the west.
Promotion doesn't come
Promotion, okay, water. It says promotion does not come from the east or the west, you know, south or north, you know, roughly paraphrasing, man. No, but the Most High set us up one, okay, you know.
The power of the earth is in the Lord's hand.
That's right.
I know what you just paraphrased.
Yeah, bring it up, man.
This is Psalm 75 and verse 6. It says, for promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is the judge.
That's right. He's the judge, man. Okay, he's the judge. Okay, and the righteous judge. Okay.
He putteth down one and setteth up another.
That's right.
And what's the best example of that? The statue in Daniel. Kingdom after kingdom after kingdom after kingdom, until the last kingdom was broken down by a stone that was made by without hand, which is Yahushua.
And if I may add too, the way the Lord set it up, it's like there was a gulf between each kingdom.
That's right.
You know, like how there's gonna be a great gulf between us and the evil ones.
Right.
So they can't come into our
That's right.
rulership.
Just like we,
You know?
just like we couldn't come up to
Yeah.
their rulership, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Right. So the ultimate test to inherit this the final kingdom, okay, the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, okay, is to not take this this device, man, to not be persuaded or deceived, okay, by you know, the temptations of the devil. Okay. You can read there's that precepts. Let's bring out Revelation 3.
This is
Revelation 2.
Revelation 3 and verse 10. It says, Behold, Slakia. Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
And how are they going to be tried? By taking this this device, man. Okay, that's going to be the trying. Okay, who do you belong to? Who's your master? You know. So it's either you're a master of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's like you're either your servant of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai or a servant of Esau, man, the wicked. Okay, whose rulership is temporary, man. Okay.
It's just like the law with the, you know, when the slave, you know, they want to leave their master, but they have to, you know, get that oil, you know, in their ear. You know, basically, hey, that's the same thing, you know, with Esau, man. You
Just
know,
that it says, I love my master, so you know.
so I love my master, so I'm gonna stay. So basically, when you take that seed, that's what you're doing, man.
That's right.
You know, you're taking that charagma, you know, that incision inside you, man. Now you're basically saying, yo, he owns me. This is my master, you know. Daddy eat, you know. Because that's basically him putting his brand or his stamp on you, man. You know, you belong to me.
This is Isaiah 9. It's like Isaiah 10 and verse 20. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
That's right. So ultimately, you're gonna put your trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay. Right.
Luke 6 and 47. Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will shew you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose and the stream beat vehemently,
Right. That's the tribulation. And it tells you that Esau is gonna come in when the enemy shall come in like a flood. Okay. Speaking of Esau, man. Okay. Good.
the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon rock.
Right. Right. And who's that rock? Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, he's the one that's making you stable. That's what it says. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. Okay?
So like that. So if your foundations it's not upon that rock, at the end of the day you're gonna fold. Regardless, even at the last second, you're gonna fold, man. You're gonna break.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have Isa Edom is like we keep pushing, is a crafty demon. He knows what he may use to it might be your children. He's telling you, if you don't take it, we'll kill your children. If you don't take it, you won't be, Isa Edom is able to push it to the point of the limit. But if you're not building upon that foundation, you're gonna break.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir. Yeah, so this is Revelation 2:10 says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." You got it, bro.
Hey, be faithful unto death, man.
Right.
You know, with particular brothers, you're gonna be faced with, you know, might get caught and Esau put you, you know, in one of those camps, man.
That's right. It's definitely gonna happen, man. Right?
You know, hey, all you have to do is put your trust in the Lord, man. And hey, He's gonna deliver you.
Yeah.
Hey, either hey, you go out gloriously by, you know, being beheaded. Hey, at the end of the day, hey, in the sight of the Lord, it says, "Precious is the death of His saints, man."
That's right.
In His sight, man. So best to take death, man. You know, ponder upon the scriptures, the different, you know, hey, the Maccabean, the brothers in the Maccabees, man, the 7 brothers, man.
Yeah.
You know, when they were confined and then Esau tortured them, you know, basically cut members, their members, you know, and to try to make them eat that swine. Hey, but they didn't ever eat the swine. Matter of fact, they cursed Esau, man. And tell you, I'm gonna see you again, man.
That's right.
I'm gonna see you again,
That's
nigga.
right.
You know, hey, the elect's gonna see, you know, these Edomites once again, man.
That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely gonna see you, man. You know? Yeah, bro.
The same way that Yahushua, that those that pierce Yahushua shall see him
Yeah,
again.
yeah, well, that's what it
Yeah.
says, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it says, man. Even they that pierce, that's not written for no reason, man. Okay? This is a story, it's a story of vengeance, man. Okay? It says it is it's a glory for the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, man. It's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense them that trouble you, man. Okay? You know? Matter of fact, let's get that, man. Because that goes right into it, man. Okay? The Lord did not forget, and the Lord loves his saints, man. Okay? Just like a man loves his wife. You're not just gonna come and plow with his heifer, you know, playing with a man's wife. You know? Think there's not gonna be any consequences, man. It says what jealousy is the rage of a man, man. He's not gonna, you know, ask for any ransom. You got that?
Proverbs 6:34.
Yeah.
For jealousy is the rage of a man.
Yeah.
Therefore, he will not spare in the
Day of vengeance, man. And we are the wife. We're promised unto Yahweh Shai, man. The brother brought it up. We're bought with a price. We don't belong to Esau, man, or any other nation. Okay, we're bought with a price.
Just like in the law, you know, if you plowed a particular woman, you have to pay.
Yeah.
You know, in order to get that woman, man.
Yeah.
Yahushua paid to get the elect, man, with his blood, man. You know, and then here it is, you know, Esau's gonna try to defile you and try to, you know, these things to you, man. Yahushua is looking and saying, "Yo, you touching one of my elect, bro?" You know,
and really, and really, you know, we're crying out.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You know what I'm saying?
about.
We're crying out. So he's not justified, man. You know, if we were kept silent, then it'd be a different, you know, a different story. But now we're crying out. It's daily, man. The videos are constantly going out, man. You know. So the Lord's, you got some? So the Lord's definitely gonna avenge his woman, man. Okay.
Let me just read,
Good,
finish
good.
it. Yeah. So I'll start at 32, Proverbs 6:32. But whosoever committed adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyed his own soul. Verse 34, for jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom. He will not rest content, though thou givest many gifts.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you can do to plead for that mercy. Even Esau Edom, there's no place of repentance for him. So Yahweh Hashem is going to come in and like, ultimately slavery and extermination. That is the end of the Edomites.
That's right, as it is written, man.
That's one. Deuteronomy 22, and I'm gonna start at 23. It says, if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband,
Yeah.
and a man find her in the city and lie with her.
Right, because the law is spiritual too, you know.
Yeah.
The law is spiritual, you know. So who's that damsel who can acquaint it to the Israelites, man? The elect, really. Okay.
It says, Revelation 14, I think it says, virgins.
Right, that's it. Yeah, it says they are virgins, man. Okay.
It says this is verse 24. Then ye shall bring them both unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die.
Yeah.
The death.
Yeah, man. So ultimately, what stone is gonna fall upon Esau, man? That great millstone, man. Okay, that's what it says, man. Okay, the angel with a great millstone. It says, "Thus with violence shall that great city be thrown down, man." Right?
It says the damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he had humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you. You know, but we're crying out.
That's right.
So we're justified, you know,
That's right.
because we didn't want it to happen, man. You know.
That's right.
2 Corinthians 11:2. For I am jealous over you with a godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I might present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach.
Yeah, so we have to remain chaste, man. Okay. That doesn't mean you can't deal with women. Okay. It means you don't get involved with different philosophies and doctrines, man. Okay. Don't be swayed, by these seducing spirits, man. Okay, like taking the MOTB, man.
Revelation 14:4. These are they which are not defiled with women.
That's the elect. Right?
For they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth.
That's right.
These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruit unto the Most High and to the Lamb.
That's right, man. So they were called, man. They were called and chosen. Okay, by the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, they put off the ways of this world, man. Okay, it started following Yahweh Shai. Right?
It says here in 2 Ezra 2:36,
Yeah.
flee the shadow of this world.
That's it.
Receive joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior openly.
That's right.
So this world's a shadow. The shadow doesn't last forever.
That's right.
Yeah, he says it's going to be chased away as a shadow.
God.
Yeah. Bad dream, man. Even bad dreams, sometimes you wake up, you don't even remember it.
What?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12. And verse 10, it says, "And I heard a loud voice sing in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." Let's break it down, bro.
Okay. So again, that goes into Isa Edom, as it says, he seeketh to cast us down from our excellence, making us go off. Always, he's the one putting the guns in the neighborhoods, putting the drugs out there, making it accessible for our people to go off, putting the pork in every single little thing, making us sin towards the Most High. And then afterwards, he's pointing the finger. He's throwing the rock, and then he's pointing the finger like we're the wicked. Like, you see what your people are doing? Those are your people, Lord. So he's the accuser. He's accusing us. He's slandering his own mother's son.
He's gonna accuse when they're in line too. He's gonna accuse them when they're done finished taking the MOTB. He's gonna accuse them. Verse 11, it says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death."
Okay, so they didn't think about their life, because as we said, even Paul said it. For me to live, to die is gain, and to live is Hamashiach. Our life is hid in Yahushua. Okay, so whatever we do in the time that is given us, we do it to push forward the word. We do it for the ministry's sake.
Right.
We don't care about it, like to the point where it's Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua comes first, and then it's the ministry, then it's the brotherhood, and then it's us, man. Like to the point like we don't even care about it. We have what did Yahushua say? If you hate not your own life, you're not worthy to be my disciple.
That's right.
It got to that point, man. Like you can't, like you hate your life. You know, you want this place to come to an end, right? We have no dwelling place here. Right? We have no. This is not our kingdom, right? So obviously we're not partaking in the things of the world. We don't care about the things that are happening in the world. We want the kingdom to come, right? Again, as it says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life shall find it.
Yeah.
So again, so at the end of the day, whatever happens unto us, we pray that the Lord keeps us in the faith, whether we die in the truth or whether we get to see how shall I take down this wicked kingdom, right? So this is the only options that we have. Either we die in the truth or Yahushua keeps us until his return.
That's right. Real quick.
Mhm.
Hebrews 12:2, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High.
That was the end. That's the reward that Yahushua received after he endured.
That's right.
Okay, because again, just as Abraham, after he endured, he received the promise. Okay? That's the way that the Lord set it up. You have to go through the fire. You have to be cleansed. Okay, you have to be purified, and then you will receive the reward. You have to face the adversities, the dangers that are faced before obtaining the kingdom. All right, that's how the Lord set it up. And again, Yahushua received this glory. Yahushua received his reward, and the same way as Yahushua received it, we're gonna receive it as well. Because then Yahushua said it himself. He said that if we are children of the Most High, we are joint heirs. And as he said in Revelation 2, if you overcome, as I overcame, I will give you the heathens. You know, you will break them. As it was given unto me, you will receive as well. You know?
Yeah. Yep. This is Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 33. It says, "The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility."
Yeah, the Most High resisted the proud. You know, before
honor is humility.
Before honor is humility. You know, the Lord's not dealing with no high-minded, no prideful individual. How much more with the most proud, Isa Edom, man? The Lord's not dealing with them, man. The Lord resisted the proud, man. You know, so
Real quick, jump in, just because you said that. It says, it's Ecclesiasticus 13 and verse 20. It says, "As the proud hate humility,
yeah.
so doeth the rich abhor the poor."
Yeah. So again, they don't like you to be humble. You know, even the fact that we have this knowledge, you know, we're moving in righteousness. We're moving in a humble spirit.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, even when it came to the sons of thunder, you know, what the Yahushua said, you know not what manner of spirit you are. You know, it's not. You guys are here to give life. You know. But again, the Lord, what's the sacrifice of the Lord? A contrite spirit and a broken heart. You know, so like a broken spirit and a contrite. Well, you know, but again, that all goes into humility. You know, the Lord is seeking for us to be humble in this truth.
Yeah, that's why it says the meek shall inherit the earth.
Here you go.
You know, so it all goes back to just we gotta remain in that humble state. You know, so that we can receive that glory and then really appreciate that glory, man, when it comes, man. Okay.
And how do you know that the Lord is dealing with the meek? Yahushua, when he came as a lamb. The first time he came as a lamb, being reviled, he reviled not.
That's right.
Even Moses was the meekest. I believe it said he was the meekest man on the earth.
Yeah.
See?
Most meek.
But the Lord exalted him,
That's right.
being the head of the Israelites at that time.
That's right. Basically the king. Yeah.
Yeah, basically the king.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because for
he
you
was
to
king of Jeshurun, that's what it says. Good.
yeah, because for you to be a king, you have to be, in a sense, you should be humble. You know, the king should be able to not let that power get to his head, because that's when pride comes in, and then at the beginning of pride is when one departed from his maker. You know, so again, you have to be humble.
Just that to a point, even the making of a great king is you being able to understand, what you're like the people that's basically subject unto what they're going through. So that way you're able to judge them, the best way, man. Like King David, he was so like King David, he was raised among the average Israelite man. He understood what type of troubles and things that they went through. So of course when he became a king, he thought about his people, man. And ultimately here, hey, we're learning wickedness, right? We're learning, what it is like to not follow the laws. We're learning how it is like, to live, under wickedness. So when the kingdom comes in, we're gonna appreciate it, man. So right now we're being humiliated, and that ultimately is making us being humble. And when the kingdom comes, man, hey, we're gonna be honored, man. And you're gonna appreciate the kingdom even more because hey, you knew what wickedness was like.
That's right. Real quick, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 23. Therefore, whereas thou doest chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness, and when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy. So when we're in the state, we're understanding judgment. Okay, we're understanding the judgment of the Lord. So then when we judge, we have an understanding of judgment. When the Lord chastens us, we have an understanding of judgment. When we judge, we have an understanding of judgment as well. Apply righteous judgment. Hey, Shalom Makia, it's the brother Amos.
Shalom.
Been going on for an hour and 36. Where's that? Precepts.
Looking for something. I don't know if the brothers can get it, but pertaining to the king when he forgave that servant that owed him money.
Oh yeah, I know what it's at. Yeah, I know what it's at.
That goes again pertaining to that judgment. All that
Right.
the humbleness goes into knowing that all goes into the fear of the Lord and being able to put yourself in another man's shoe. So as the brother read, when you judge, you're judging according to righteousness, and when you're being judged, you're putting your hope in the Lord, so that it may be a righteous judgment.
So you can look for mercy.
Yeah, look for mercy. Yeah, here we go.
So like a book. That's why also Yahweh Shai, he understands our troubles, because he was in the flesh. He walked in the flesh, man. He lived, on the earth and went to the normal troubles of man. So when we're crying out unto him, he understands what we're going through, man.
That's right.
That's how he's the best mediator, to us, to the Heavenly Father, because he understands the troubles, man. When you're out there, you're catching hell, you're praying to the Lord, your Papa Shai, help me out, so on and so forth. He understands, man.
Yeah, it says he did not take the appearance of angels. No, he came as one of the sons of Abraham, in his flesh. So he knows the temptations that a mortal man goes to, man. That goes into walking my shoes, the Lord understands me. Okay. So we have a high priest in the heavens, okay, that prays to Yahweh, that prays to the Most High for those that are going through the same afflictions that he felt.
It's like that's why it says the righteous judge. It's a title for Yahweh Shai, right? He judges righteously based off experience.
That's right.
This is Matthew 18 and verse 23. And it says, therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. When he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents. But forasmuch as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children, and all that he had, and payment to be made. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion, and loosed him, and forgave him the debt.
And that's that mercy. That's him begging for that mercy, knowing that he was going to face judgment. Then again, the king was moved with compassion. So then he said, "Well, I'm gonna forgive you." Okay. So again, the Lord saw the king saw him, and then he said, I'm gonna forgive you. Go ahead.
And it says, but the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence.
So again, how much did the first guy owe?
It was 10,000 talents.
10,000. So it's like you owe $10,000 versus someone owing you $10.
It says, but the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence. And he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, "Pay me that thou owest."
The guy took him by the throat, started beating him up. That's not mercy. The same guy that was begging for mercy himself, as soon as he got the opportunity, he turned around and forgot everything that happened unto him.
He said, and his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, "Have patience with me, and I will pay thee all."
So now that role is inversed. Now he is the one that's able to judge, knowing that he had just been in the same situation as the other man.
It says, and his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, "Have patience with me, and I will pay thee all." And he would not. But
he asked for patience. Please have mercy, have mercy. I'm gonna pay you. But he would not. He didn't have no mercy in his heart, man. The same guy that got forgiven 2 seconds ago.
But went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry and came and told unto their Lord all that was done.
And that's the mercy of the Lord. Okay, because the servants saw it and then they had mercy upon the guy. So they went to go tell the king. Okay? So that again, that's the Lord the Lord seeing everything and overseeing everything.
Understanding of the situation.
You see? Because if it wasn't for those two servants, the Lord could have been stayed in jail. But again, because the Lord has compassion and he doesn't like wrong dealing, he had mercy.
Verse 32, it says, then his Lord, after that he had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou desirest me. Shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee?
I had pity on thee. Shouldn't you have pity on him?
Right. And his Lord was wroth and delivered him to the tormentors till he should pay all that was due unto him. It says, so likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not every one his brother their trespass.
What I don't know if this the same chapter before, if he said one of the disciples asking, how many times should I forgive?
Yeah, 7 times.
You don't need to get it, but that's how it goes against showing mercy, being a humble servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and having faith and hoping for His mercy. You're showing mercy so that you may obtain mercy.
Yeah.
How can you ask for forgiveness unto the Most High if you're not able to forgive your brother that is right in front of you?
That's right. It says, "Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors." Really, like it's really the brothers that are next to you, man. Okay. The brothers in this truth, man. You gotta love your neighbor, man. Okay. But ultimately, we still have to be example, to those that are outside. It says, precept says, especially those that are in the house of faith. Those are the ones you gotta show, extra love, man. Because what they were called of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Brother, hey, GMS Spiritual 144K, Shalom Makia. Shalom. It says 1 John 4:20, if a man say, I love the Most High and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love the Most High, whom he hath not seen? And this commandment have we from him, that we love, that he who loveth Yahweh Shai loveth his brother also. That's right, man.
On these two I hang the law. Fear the Most High and love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's right.
That's basically what it is, man.
Yeah, you fulfill the law by doing these two commandments, man. Okay? You know, the law is really is about sympathy, having sympathy, sympathizing towards those that are your brethren, man. Okay? Your Israelite brethren. You know? So, you guys have anything else? You know? So, hey, we hope this was an edifying lesson. Okay? Once again, you know, as a matter of fact, let's finish off with Revelation 14 and 9. You know? Just the consequence of taking this this MOTB, man. Okay, because Canada's moving with this digital system, man. Okay, and we're seeing this right before our eyes, man. Okay, it says Habakkuk says the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Okay. Good.
This is Revelation 14 and verse 9. And it reads, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his right hand, or in his hand, Salakia, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb."
Right, so the angels are going to make sure you feel that torment, man. They're going to make sure you feel this fire, man. Okay? Because of your disobedience. Okay? And this is the final judgment, so you know the Lord's going to intensify it. Okay? It's not for no reason. The Lord said this 200,000 Salakia missiles, man. Okay. Okay. Right.
It says, verse 11, "And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worship the image of the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name."
That's right. They have no rest day nor night, man. Okay. The Lord wants you to feel, okay, that fire. Okay. That's it.
Okay.
All right. So, but it says there's another one. It says this is the patient.
Verse 12 says, "Here is the patience of the saints.
Yeah.
Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the faith of Yahushai."
Right. Fine. So our faith is to be delivered, man, and to not be partaker of this judgment, man. Okay. So, you know, hey, so we're gonna wrap it up. Lord willing, this was edifying. The water for the precepts, Akim. All right, so hey, we're gonna finish off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Achakudash.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, those who rule well and teach well, who have taught us this truth. And shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Shalom. Bob the bomb.
But yeah, just looking at a picture of Nate, he looks like